The old house stood alone on a hill, its windows dark and empty. The paint peeled, weeds choked the garden, and townsfolk whispered it was haunted. Illyra didn't believe in ghosts. She just needed a cheap place to live. She moved in, ignoring the stories, determined to make it her home. The front door groaned as she entered, dust swirling in the cold, stale air. She shivered, blaming the chill on the house's long vacancy. As she unpacked, every sound echoed strangely, as if the house was listening. Upstairs, she made a small room her own, comforted by the distant town lights. Illyra promised herself a little cleaning would make this place feel like home. That night, she ate a simple meal in silence, the quiet pressing in on her. Every sound, her fork, her breath, seemed too loud. She hurried to bed, hoping sleep would make the house less strange. The silence felt heavy, but she was determined to stay. The house waited, patient and watchful. Illyra lay in bed, reading by lamplight as the wind rattled the windows. The house creaked and sighed, but she told herself it was just old. Then a whisper, soft, almost imagined. She froze, listening. Silence. It must be a mouse, she thought, or the wind. But then, closer, a faint hiss, her name, Illyra. The chill in the room deepened, her heart pounded. She stared at the door, shadows twisting in the dim light. The whisper came again, louder, echoing all around her. Illyra. Fear gripped her, the book slipping from her hands. She sat frozen, listening to the silence after the terrible whisper. The house felt suddenly alive, and she was utterly alone. The night stretched on, heavy with dread. Illyra forced herself out of bed, determined to find the source of the whispers. The air was icy as she crept to the door, every step echoing in the darkness. The hallway was a tunnel of black moonlight deepening the shadows. She wished for a flashlight, but pressed on, heart racing. Every floorboard groaned, each sound making her jump. The feeling of being watched was overwhelming. Suddenly, a loud bang from downstairs, like a door slamming. She froze, fear tightening her chest. The house felt alive, angry, the air thick and hard to breathe. She wanted to run, but knew there was nowhere to hide. The whispers had found her, she had to keep going. Down the hall, the darkness pressed in, the house shifting around her. Illyra moved forward, determined to face whatever haunted these walls. The house seemed to wait, holding its breath. She stepped into the unknown. The whispers returned, louder, angrier. "Leave this place." Illyra spun, but saw only darkness. The hallway seemed to close in, walls pressing tighter. She stumbled toward the stairs, desperate to escape. The whispers swirled around her. "You do not belong here. Leave now, or stay forever." Panic clawed at her as she reached the stairs and hurried down. The darkness downstairs was absolute. The house felt like a maze. The whispers fed on her fear, growing stronger. She found the living room, expecting the front door, but instead a flickering light. The bulb above flashed wildly, shadows dancing on the walls. In the strobe, the shadows moved, separating from the walls, flowing toward the room's center. Illyra realized the house was alive, and it wanted her gone. The shadows gathered, waiting. In the center, the shadows merged, rising like black smoke. The flickering bulb died, plunging the room into darkness. Yet the shadow remained, darker than the dark, moving toward her. Illyra was frozen, the cold seeping into her bones. The whisper stopped, silence pressed in. The shadow glided closer, a void sucking all warmth from the room. The air thinned, pressure building as the shadow reached for her. She tried to move, but couldn't. The front door was beyond the shadow, impossible to reach. The whispers returned, now a chorus of mournful sighs. The shadow enveloped her, a wave of despair extinguishing her thoughts. For a moment, her silent scream echoed in the darkness, then nothing. The house fell silent, waiting for the next soul to ignore its warnings. The old house on the hill watched, patient and hungry.